What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another Tale of the Tape preview episode. Tonight we're previewing Poirier versus Hooker, aka UFC Vegas 4. Just waiting on Drizzy Dre, and we're gonna get started for you. Let's go! Just waiting on this fool.
What's
What's up,
good?
dude?
What's up, bro?
bro? Same
What
old shit, man.
up?
Chilling.
Yep, guaranteed. My bad. I took a while because I didn't connect to the Wi-Fi in this little condo over here, so I just got on it myself.
I'm tripping, bro. I already
You
did the
feel me?
intro and shit, so it's
Oh,
cool.
fuck! I wish I watched it. Damn it.
How's LA treating you, man? You can watch it after.
Oh, listen, LA. You know what? It's been a minute. It's been a minute since I've been here. I lived here from 2015 to 2016, and it's a lot of times passed since then, obviously. But the vibes, man, it's LA vibes, and I'll tell you what, if you're into fashion, this is the spot where it's at, man. I just I met up with one of my friends out here, a business connection. He's also into the boxing promoting game, and he's a clothing designer, so he makes limited number of items. He does like streetwear. So fucking, I met up with him out here and caught up and fuck, man, got some free gear. I got to show you sometime, man. But LA is it's a different vibe, man. Training's fucking out of this world. I'll tell you that.
Yeah,
The
go
gyms that
into
I'm
that,
at,
bro.
oh man. So I'm out there training with Buddy McGirt. So if no one knows who that is, check your facts. That's Arturo Gotti's former coach when Gotti was world champion. A couple other names, Sergey Kovalev. He helped Sergey Kovalev regain the light heavyweight title. So I mean, I'm out here with some real elites, man. I'll tell you what, some real elites, and it's a trip, it's a fucking
That's fucking
trip,
sick, dude. That's awesome, man.
man.
I'm
It's the
glad
best
everything's
sparring.
going good.
Yeah, shout out to the Ellis brothers, man. Rashidi Ellis. He's the truth at 147 pounds, and he trains out there at the same gym that I'm at right now. And man, I'll tell you what, that's 147 pounders got something to be scared of. Shout out to Rashidi Ellis and my boy Ronald Gavril, man, another 168 pounder, man. I can go on a tangent, man. I can take a whole hour of who's at this gym. All I gotta say is it's the best of the best. It's crazy. And it's only been 2 days, 2.5 days. Man, I got my skin's all tan. I didn't even go to the beach yet. God damn. You know
That's
what I
good though,
mean?
dude. They got you working. That's
Yeah.
good.
Hey man, listen, it doesn't feel like work when it's this fun. I promise you.
I
I
can relate,
promise.
man.
You
I'm
feel me?
I'm fucking
Self-employed.
I'm retired now,
Congratulations.
okay? I'm
Join the
retired.
club.
Hell yeah,
Join the
son.
club. I'll tell you what, it's a different feeling, right? You gotta utilize time, man. You gotta
Yeah,
utilize time, man. When you're self-employed, it is what it is. You gotta exactly. My girl knows. She's about to be on her way too. The only reason why I mentioned that because she just gave us comment on this
oh yeah,
chat. So
I see her down there.
yeah, unfortunately, she's making moves herself, so she can't be out here in LA with me. But that's this is a first trip of many. So I'll tell you, you got to come out here too. I'm gonna be fighting, so you best believe I start fighting in LA when their events come back. It's over with.
No
I'm
doubt.
first in line. I promise you.
Hell yeah, dude. That
Promise.
shit's gonna be sick. I can't wait to come out there.
I know. I guarantee you that they're gonna start slowly considering making other events like MMA. UFC, I mean, they've got Vegas on lock, so I mean, you know that they're going to stay there for a quick minute until things loosen up. But I guarantee you, LA is another spot that they want to start throwing any of these live events, bro. Fuck attendees. I mean, like we talked about before, we could repeat ourselves, man. It's the fucking future. Get
For
with the
sure.
fucking future. No people at events. I'm sorry. Speaking of events, my man,
Speaking of events,
I know you're psyched about UFC's card. I'm psyched about one man, Platinum Perry,
let's start
the
there, bro.
Platinum man.
I would
Fuck,
love to
bro.
start there. I'm stoked about that fucking fight too, bro.
So do you know anything about his opponent? Because I chatted with one of my boys that's totally into the fight scene, Jake, and he brought up that fight and he mentioned things about his opponent. I have no clue about him. I know about Mike Perry. That's it. So what's the deal on his opponent, man?
His opponent is Mickey Gall. He is a Gracie black belt jiu-jitsu artist, bro. So he trains
Okay.
out of Gracie, New Jersey.
Nice.
And he fucking tapped out CM Punk in his first. No, that was his second UFC fight. My bad.
Wow. Wait,
Do you
so
remember CM Punk from
is
WWE?
is this a fight at 185?
This fight is it at 185? I believe no 170, sir.
So CM Punk fought at 170?
Yeah, he was a welterweight, bro. Isn't that wild?
What the fuck?
Is that welter?
That's crazy.
Yeah,
I just learned something new.
I didn't know that either
So
until
how's your
today when I
connection
was
with her?
looking up this info.
Hey, can you? Yeah, I don't know if it's my. I got 3 bars over here. Fuck. Can you hear me now?
Yeah, I can hear you now. Can you hear me?
Perfect. Yeah.
All
All
right.
right,
So,
cool.
anyways, he's a Gracie black belt. He tapped out CM Punk in his second UFC fight, and before he even got to the UFC, he called him out.
Nice.
So I don't know how he ended up fighting Mike Perry. I don't know if Mike Perry called him out or if he called Mike Perry out. But all I
I
know is
saw
it's about to go
I
down.
saw clips of that CM Punk call out from this opponent. I saw clips of it floating online, obviously because it's coming because of this event. But looked like that guy was on smaller cards. He was calling out Dana White while he was in the crowd, and it was a fairly small crowd. So I know it was one of them small town MMA events. You feel me? Or not small
Yeah,
town, but small gig. You feel me?
that was for. Hold on, who was that against? Because he's fought on a couple UFC cards. He's fought on UFC 235, Jones versus Smith. He fought on another UFC fight night. He fought on. This dude's been around for a while. So when did he call out CM Punk? When did he fight CM Punk? Oh, okay. So his first pro fight was at Dead Series 17. Here it is.
Dead
And that
serious.
was
See,
November 21st, 2015. He called out CM Punk.
that's interesting. That's a while back. God
Yep.
damn. But
And they
if
ended
that's
up.
all he's known for, I mean, I mean, if the MMA gurus want to get on here and read my ass about that, but I mean, if that's all he's fucking known for was calling out CM Punk, then what the fuck else did you do?
He didn't do anything else, bro. So it's literally jiu-jitsu versus striker. Mike Perry's going to knock him the
Hey,
fuck
Mike
out. It's all
Perry's a
good.
dog. He's a fucking dog.
He's going to make him bark,
He's
bro.
a dog.
He's
So have
barking.
you, man? Did they have weigh-ins already? Yeah, it was
Yeah.
weigh-ins for today, right? Did he
Yeah.
do anything special, man? Because Mike's known for his fucking weigh-ins, bro.
Bro, he was fucking barking and shit.
No.
Yeah. He's
What
like,
the fuck? I've never even seen that. I just called him a dog. That's crazy.
yep.
I predicted it. I fucking knew it. I
And then
fucking knew it.
in his interviews, he's like, I'm going to take my paws and like put him on his face and walk him or some bullshit. He's talking about
Hey,
being a dog, dude.
he is a straight dog. Listen, I can't believe that he's got his girl only as, like, I understand if you have your girl in your corner, she might maybe handle a couple things, maybe just for moral support. Like, I could see that with your cornermen, with your team, with your coaches. But unless his girl was his coach, which I hear that she's not, what was she has has she even like done anything in the gym with him, like anything gym related?
Apparently, she's trained boxing before. And then I just saw a picture on Instagram of her holding his pads while he was
But
fucking.
was she like doing legit pad work, or was it like
No, she was just
motherfucking
holding.
24-hour fitness intro
She was just holding him up
session?
like this. It was literally
Oh
that was
no.
it.
What the fuck? Wait. I got it, man. Listen, this. I'm sure you did the research. My ass is just too far away from everything to fucking get on the computer and do it. But I mean, has he trained with anyone during this camp, or was it just like self-training and
Pretty much
sparring?
self-training
Oh,
and
fuck.
sparring by himself, bro.
What the fuck was he thinking?
He said he trained in Texas, but I don't know who he trained with.
Man, he went out there in Texas and trained out on a fucking ranch, wrangling fucking cattle.
Yep.
Fucking, oh my goodness, dude. He did some ranch work out there. That was his training. So fucking Southwest Rocky Balboa style training.
For real. But anyways, that dude Mickey Gall, his record is 6-2,
Okay.
and he's got one. Most of it is fucking 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 of his wins are by rear naked choke.
Yeah, so he's a jujitsu specialist, man. He's a wrestler. He likes to wrestle them and choke them out.
He's a backpacker.
He's a ooh, to all you
Backpack.
human
Human backpack.
jujitsu enthusiasts. You
Got
heard
to do
it.
the human backpack like
You
Aljamain
heard it.
Sterling.
My boy Robbie said it. Y'all's is backpacks.
So anyways, I got fucking Platinum winning that fight. The next
Oh,
fight
man.
I'm excited about, bro, Dustin Poirier versus Dan Hooker.
Diamond.
The Diamond. We're
Is
going
this on
Diamond.
ESPN Plus?
Yeah, and on ESPN itself.
The Plus app, though?
So the Diamond is 25-6 with 1 no contest, bro. His last fight was against Khabib.
Well, yeah, we know that.
Dan Hooker's record is 20-8 with zero no contests.
Dan
He's
Hooker looks big for that weight class.
He is pretty big for that weight
That's
class.
a big
He trains
boy
with
for that weight
Israel.
class.
Trains
Yeah,
with
he's
Adesanya.
Yup. He's out there in New Zealand, man.
Yeah, he's
Out
6
there.
feet tall, weighing in 155.5, sir.
That's the name of the game, playa.
Mm-hmm.
That's the name of the game, man. Come the biggest you possibly can in that weight class before you fucking can't cut that weight and you dehydrate in a fight. It's a ticking time bomb, but fuck, if you can do it, you can fucking do it. It's
Yeah, that's a
crazy,
lot
man.
of weight to cut.
Gosh, man, so I came out here and obviously I came out here to spar Ronnie, and I came out here and I bought to spar a couple of 147 pounder in boxing. That's a welterweight, and a 154 pounder super welterweight myself, and obviously I'm sparring that guy, and he's another. Both are pros, and this 54 pounder is fucking like. He's an half inch taller than me. He's damn near 6'1". He's fucking tall kid, and he's still a kid. He's like 25. Fucking and he's a 54 pounder. I looked at him, I'm like, dude, you're damn near 6'1". I mean, you make me feel small, and like I'm not even I'm not even that big for that weight class. But that's the name of the game is you come bigger and stronger until you can't, and whatever Hooker's game plan is to stay at that weight class, man, he looks huge because sparring these 54 pounders in the gym out here in Los Angeles, they're big boys. So I can imagine the difficulty that Poirier is going to have because Poirier, I mean, he's a good sized guy for 155, but he's more suited for 145 in my opinion.
I agree.
With today's modernization of coming in large, but if he can't make it, it's just probably because of his age and how many battles he's been in. But I'm excited to see him come back, man, because like we talked about before, dude, he's a damn good striker. He's a more complete MMA fighter.
No doubt.
No doubt about
No
that.
fucking doubt about
Who do you
that.
think about that fight, man?
His boxing, Poirier's boxing is gonna win that fucking fight, dude. No
Hey,
doubt.
listen. I know jiu-jitsu is crucial in MMA, and I hear it all the time. You win it on the ground most of the time, but like here's a good analogy, and here's something I like to shout out to a lot of fight fans, a lot of MMA combat enthusiasts. Anyone's ever played golf? If you play golf, hit drop stuff on the range, got on the course, you got 14 clubs in a full set, and each of them has a category. Like you got your driver and your like woods, and they're like your long shots. You got your irons that you hit off the grass, off the fairway, and then you got your putter and you roll putts. And an old golf saying with a lot of old school pros and a lot of people that are fucking great in golf is it's drive for show. So you drive and you putt for dough because you make the money when you putt. And it's like, it's the most technical and methodical and mathematical part of the game. And it's true. You drive for show, you putt for dough. You win golf tournaments, you win matches through putting. And in MMA, mark my words, that boxing, in my opinion, is the putting, okay? Because jiu-jitsu, yeah, it's groundwork, it's action, you know, you're able to scramble, but you can dictate a fight off of a jab.
Definitely.
You can dictate a whole MMA fight off a jab. GSP shed light on it. And there's been more fighters that have done it that don't get the credit for it. But in MMA, the jab controls it. There's no fucking ands, ifs, or buts. It's a
No
fucking,
doubt.
and that's the thing. I suggest a lot of MMA fighters work on your jab, work on your boxing, work on that fucking, work on being elusive. You know, look at the elusive guys in there. Like look at last week's victory, Green against Clay Guida.
Yep.
Fucking his boxing was immaculate for an MMA fighter.
It really was.
You know what I
Dude.
mean? And
he had a strong jab too.
And he dictated the action, and that's why he fucking won that fight against Guida. He dictated that fucking action through his jab, through his boxing. You know, that's the mathematical and precise technical aspect of any fight game, of MMA, of any combat, of freestyle combat, of underground combat, everything is boxing. So that's what's gonna fucking really make the difference with Poirier. Poirier is a fucking he practices his striking very well. He's a very good, in my opinion, coming from a pro boxer, he's well versed. He spars pro boxers. There's no doubt about it. You know, I'd like to see Poirier mature and start really dictating and get control back with the stand-up game, man. Because he's a fucking exciting one to watch. You feel me?
Yeah, man. I want to see him stay away from the wars. If he can keep the distance and control the pace, he can win that fight very easily.
Oh, guaranteed. Yeah, it's just how, this is what I want to see, is how his boxing and how his understanding of his striking real estate, of his footwork, of everything can control a man as big as Hooker in the ring. Because Hooker is way bigger than Poirier, bro. Way bigger.
He's got a 74-inch reach, I think.
Yeah, and people are like, oh, you know, 3-4 inches ain't shit. Well, trust and believe. You know,
75 and a half, my bad.
Yeah. 70, are you kidding me? Dude, I'm at 154 pounds. I'm right at 6 feet tall, and my reach is just at 73. This man is fighting at 155, at fucking, over 6 feet, and with that kind of reach. See, this is what's going to be exciting, because we're going to see if Poirier really has good stand-up, because it's going to be dictated whether or not it's fucking going to be a stand-up war or Hooker tries to take him down on the ground and or they both end up on, you know, trying to take each other down. Either way, Poirier is going to have to navigate using that jab. That's the only way you can control a taller, bigger opponent. Boxing is automatic. That's number one rule in boxing. Your jab dictates anything. But in this fight, because of the length, because if he's not jabbing him, if he's not offsetting his rhythm, and if he's not, you know, controlling the action with that jab, I promise you that Hooker will be able to do anything with that type of reach and size advantage in the octagon. You know, it's going to be a real interesting one. Maybe it might go fast paced. Who knows? Who knows what Hooker's going to come in there? I know Poirier better style wise, so I'm banking on Poirier to press the action. You know, press the action. And I would love to see the little man take down the big man in the stand up aspect. Man, that would be fun.
Yeah, that would be fucking fun to see, dude. I
How
think he
old
can
is
pull it
Poirier?
off. Poirier is 31.
Oh, he's still a young buck. He's still a young buck, man.
Yep.
He's been through wars. You know, you can't take that away from him, and he's taking damage. I mean, it's been a layoff for every fighter, but I mean, I wasn't he on like some sort of kind of, I don't know, post-fight layoff?
Yeah, he had
Some shit.
surgery on his. He had surgery on something. I know he's been out for a year
Yeah,
because of surgery.
yeah. So the inactivity could be good, especially in MMA, because I mean, you got MMA fighters are taking abuse during training camps, because you got these guys, they they do 3 4 days, because you got that much of the game to study. A lot of the good ones, will box for an hour and then take a break, go do cardio, go do their road work, and then they'll end up getting some jits in, some rolling in that evening, and then they might get some weight training in right after that. So that can take a toll, man. And I've seen a lot of guys in the UFC, especially in MMA, that have had layoffs that come back, strong and fluid and smooth, but then there's always the cobwebs that comes with layoffs too, and you see a lot of guys look totally different than they used to be. So this one's going to be a fun one to watch. People need to tune in for this.
Yeah, for sure. Prime example of someone who hasn't really looked good when they came back was Dominic Cruz against Henry Cejudo. Man, he
Yeah,
was out for 4 years and he was out. He got
but
fucking TKO'd in the second round.
4 years though,
Yeah,
that's
true that.
4 fucking years. That's 4 years can do damage. I
It
mean,
can.
Mike Tyson did 3 years in prison, and that's, people got to understand, when Tyson did that time, he was eating fucking lobster and filet mignon in the penitentiary, bro. He had his own cell as a workout room to just do whatever, and that type of inactivity of not even just sparring. He was shadow boxing, fucking plyo. I mean, he was doing every old school workout imaginable for a fighter, but no sparring and obviously no other type of equipment training. And he was a totally different person. So can you imagine if you were completely inactive for that long? Of course, Dominic Cruz, man, he's a dynamic fighter. That's a tough fighter to even compare to anyone else in UFC's history. His
Yeah.
boxing was that of professional level, first off, because his awkward punching style and his fluid foot movement. I mean, dude, he was a fucking striking god in there. I mean, no one could figure him out when he was in his prime, from WEC up until fucking his title reign in the UFC. Man, he was untouchable.
Yep.
Yeah,
So who
unfortunately,
took him out? Fucking did Garbrandt or did yeah Garbrandt took him out because Dillashaw beat
Garbrandt.
Garbrandt for the belt. Yeah,
That's how Garbrandt
I
started on the
think.
rise, man.
Yep.
Garbrandt made his name doing that, and
Wait.
how
Yeah.
was it Garbrandt?
Yeah, I
Yeah,
think
because
so.
how fitting too. One of Uriah Faber's fucking prospects, man.
Right.
Got revenge
Because.
for him. Got
Exactly.
revenge for him. I'll tell you what, dude. Fucking, I got so annoyed when Cruz and Faber fought, because I was a huge Faber fan since WEC, and Dominic was just he was a good shit talker. He's a good shit talker, and he can back it up, and it would
He's
just
smart
annoy
as
the
fuck.
fuck out of me. Yeah. Well, I mean, dude, he's an analyst, man. I mean, you don't get those jobs unless you're quick with the tongue. You feel
Very
me?
true. Yeah. You got to be
So I mean,
articulate and shit.
articulate. Yeah, that's the big one. That's the big one. Sometimes it's funny to hear like a lot of old boxers commentate, man. Some of them sound it's terrible. One word to say. I don't even want to be offensive, because that's my it's my field of work, man. So, but yeah, these UFC analysts that they obviously take from the UFC roster, I mean, it's pretty solid. Dominic Cruz, though, man, he's so after that knockout loss, or well, Garbrandt didn't he TKO him?
Yep.
Yeah, he TKO'd him, right? So he retired immediately after that, right?
He was injured.
Oh,
So that's
okay,
that's why he was out. He kept getting
okay,
re-injured.
okay.
And then they gave him the analyst job.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Well, fuck, man. We're gonna be seeing more of that.
Yes, sir.
They're gonna have a whole new lineup for us every 2 3 years, baby.
Yeah.
One UFC fighter after the next.
Oh, just to go back to Poirier versus Hooker real quick. Poirier is 5'9" and his reach is 73.
Yeah, I knew he was about 5'9". He's about a medium size too. Like I say, he's ideal for 54. For 45. He's ideal for feather.
Yeah.
You
Yeah, he
know,
started at featherweight, I think. He moved up
yeah.
because
I
he fought
remember.
Conor McGregor, remember?
Yeah. Oh, I remembered when he was on the rise, man. He was stirring up potential. He had a buzz cut, complete buzz.
Yeah.
Fucking, he looked like a straight military man when he was in the UFC.
Yeah,
First came onto the scene.
he beat
He's one of
Justin
the
Gaethje too.
OGs. He did.
Yeah.
What did he beat him in that promotion, or did he beat him in like a previous like smaller event?
No, he beat him in the UFC. It
So
was. Let's see if I can find it. It was UFC Fight Night on Fox 29. It was April 14th, 2018. He knocked him out in
so
the fourth
Gaethje's
round.
been in the fucking UFC for a minute.
hmm Justin
Fucking and
Gaethje's
now
first fight in the UFC was. Sorry, go ahead.
no. Keep going, keep going.
That's World Series of Fighting. His first fight was against Michael Johnson. He was on the Ultimate Fighter. I didn't know that.
I did not know that either.
That's
Fact
cool.
check, people.
Yep.
Robbie did
Season
his
25.
research. Do your research too, so no one will be misinformed when you're at Buffalo Wild Wings
When
watching
you're
these
at
main
Buffalo.
events. Shout out to the to that crowd again. We got to give them a shout out every show, Robbie. We didn't do it the last two episodes.
I know. I'm sorry. I forgot about the cab drivers and the Buffalo Wild Wing main
The
eventers.
cab. No. Listen, my friend. The cab drivers are the fighters you fight in Tijuana.
Yeah, I know. But
The
still,
UFC
they're still bummy though.
Yeah, they are bummy, and unfortunately, they're going to be supplying more false records for a lot of these young prospects coming up in boxing. Other than that, the Buffalo Wild Wings crowd. That's the shout out I want. Shout out to the main eventers. Please watch our podcast. You know, I know I talk a lot of shit, but it's all for fun.
You can get educated.
And education in the beautiful art of
Education.
combat. In the beautiful art of combat. Tail of the tape. Anyways, so let's move forward.
Let's do
Fuck,
it.
man. Oh man, LA.
Yeah.
LA. Fuck.
Get
It's
back into
nice,
it.
man. Listen, I'm not in downtown. And I know that what is it? Well, I know that they still have the peaceful protests going on at certain locations, but I'm on the west side. I'm right near the Grove, and it's nice out here, man. Things are picking back up. People are fucking out and about, living life,
That's wild.
post COVID. I know,
Post
man.
COVID, huh?
Post COVID. Fucking. I mean, I know COVID's still on the rise from all the statistics we read about, but other than that, face mask it up, man. I was just at Nike. I was just at fucking Nike up in at the Grove, man, trying to get some exclusives over there. It was a fucking 30-minute line to get inside of Nike.
God damn, dude.
That was one con. That was one disadvantage. But when you walked into Nike, fucking, there was probably one person every like 40 square feet. It was nice. It was shopping. It was shopping. I was relaxed shopping. I wasn't gonna lie. I was like, what the fuck? This is weird. It was weird because this is Nike Town up in the Grove. I mean, this place is packed on a daily. You know, back
Right.
when I was living in 2015, 16, you get in there, man. It was jam packed. I went in there, dude. I got to try on tried on like three pairs of shoes. Took my sweet ass time. Fucking, did this and that. I was like, oh, this was nice. And then I got out and I saw the fucking line again. I was like, oh well, there's the give and take. This is the future. Isn't that interesting, bro? This is the
That's
fucking
crazy,
future right
man.
now.
Did they make you wear a
This,
mask in there?
oh yeah, dude. I've been wearing masks even up
Yeah.
north in Northern California. It's my girl told me as soon as they made it mandated in certain places. I just was like, fuck it, I'll have a mask. Fucking,
Yeah.
I've been wearing a mask everywhere, and like, it is what it is. All it is just sucks fucking communicating. especially when you got to like, go shopping or some shit.
Right.
But other than that, it is what it is. But LA's crazy, man. Fucking the culture's still here. Culture's still here, bro. I ran up Runyon Canyon up in the Hollywood Hills.
Oh, that's sick.
Yeah, dude. I posted a photo of that, man. Brutal run. My fucking training partner Ronnie. After we got done training, after I'd been awake for damn near 30 hours straight. I mean, I had 2 hours of sleep and 36 hours. I was like, hey, listen, let's go run today. I'm like, okay. I thought we were just going to do like a normal like beach run, right off the sidewalk or something in Santa Monica. We end up in this mountain, and it's a fucking legitimate fucking hike.
Oh, shit.
I'm like, oh, I took like a 1 hour nap previously. I'm like, oh, yeah, this is great. Fuck. The view was sick, but yeah, it was brutal, man. Good shit. I can't wait to go on the beach, dude. Fucking best fight training is on the beach. Shout out to all the fighters. You got to make it out to somewhere. It doesn't have to be LA. Nothing beats running on the beach, shadow boxing, getting some sun, getting some sweat. That's how you cut weight. That's why, dude, there's so many good fights in LA, man. Best prep is in LA. That's why UFC, they need to come out here. I know, haven't they had any UFC events out here?
I think they've only done one, if anything. They usually go to, I know they've been to Anaheim. I don't know if they've been to Staples Center, though.
That would be big. If they got in
They've been all over, house, but I don't know if they've done Staples Center yet.
Bro, if you're any combat sport and you are a fighter and you fought at Kobe's house, it's over with, dude. There's a crazy vibe out there. I went to a couple Lakers games back in the day, and Staples Center is dope.
They did. It was Dillashaw versus Garbrandt too, August 4th, 2018.
Dillashaw. Oh, TJ with the anabolics.
Yeah, with the anabolics. I'm stoked for him to come back, man.
Yeah.
Where's he at? He's supposed to come back this year.
His layoff. How long was his layoff completely?
2 years. He was out for 2 years, I think, for his little
2 years.
His little antics.
Ooh, 2
yeah.
years. Oh, I know he's still young. I mean, he's got life left in him, but
2021 he can come back January.
Ooh. Oh man. What do you think you think he's gonna make a nice little run back out the title?
Oh, no doubt. He trains at Elevation. Hell yeah, he'll make a run for the title.
Yeah, I mean,
Garbrandt wants that fucking fight back, dude.
But here's the question, though, man. Okay, so Dillashaw is fighting at 45 or 55?
He fights at 35.
35?
Yeah.
Okay, well, yeah, I mean, that weight class was jam-packed. There's so many new faces, so many new vicious fighters. I mean, we're talking guys that I can't even begin. I mean,
dude, I'll run through the top 10 right now.
Yeah, just run it. Please let the people know. Run that shit because it's a stacked fucking list.
It is. It's the hottest division in the UFC right now.
It is, and the fastest fucking fighters. I promise you.
Yeah. All right. So
fastest action.
Uncrowned King, aka Aljamain Sterling. He should be the champ.
There you go.
But Peter Yan and fucking Jose Aldo are fighting for his fucking belt. But number one is Marlon Moraes. Number two is Aljamain Sterling. Number three is Peter Yan. Four is Cody Garbrandt. So holy shit, if TJ Dillashaw comes back and takes his fucking number 4 spot, damn, that would be wild.
So what's TJ's spot currently?
TJ's unranked because he's suspended.
He's been suspended, yeah. So, but the thing is he's gonna have to take like at least one, if not 2 fights to get back into the picture into the mix of a ranking situation.
Right.
Especially after a suspension. That's heavy. A suspension, I mean, it can go either way. I mean, at the end of the day, you tend to look suspicious. Whatever the situation is, whatever the explanation is, whatever PR, whatever. I mean, whatever the test was. I mean, there's so much. We've seen so much back and forth with these drug situations with not just drugs as in like performance enhancers, but EPO. I mean, fucking blood doping. Like, it's coming from a guy who went to school, I went to school for kinesiology, so I did obviously study on the biology and exercise science aspect of humans. And the fact of the matter is, it's not an exact science with these tests. That's why they're so expensive, because you're going through so much strenuous fucking routine. But at the same time, if there's ever anything that pops up, unless you took what's that called? Crystal meth, like methamphetamines. Like if you took methamphetamines and it comes up as something suspicious, like unless like with all these like cough, cold, and all that triple C bullshit, like they took cold medicine and stuff. That's all bullshit because you gotta fucking pop them pills like a fucking addict for that shit to be popping up like that. So, anytime there's red flags in testing, whether it's boxing or MMA, just know for a fact that it's for a reason. It's for a fucking reason. I'm not spitting no hate. I'm not spitting no fucking shade to any fighter, but as a fighter myself, you know how tempting it is, how easy it would be for me to get on some gear.
Oh, no doubt.
It's easy.
Your coaches could probably get that shit for you.
It's not even the coaches, homie. Like it's the fucking connections you build at those gyms.
Right.
You meet someone who's in the fucking TRT business or knows somebody or anything like that, you can get your hands on some anabolics. And the thing is, these guys, like, I'm not going to mention the gym, the gyms, but I mean, look at these big gyms, these fucking fight clubs that you have, these UFC fighter mills, as I call them. They produce more fighters, like out there in Colorado, all that shit. They have doctors there. They have guys that are your strength trainers. And a strength trainer in fighting is, at least in my fucking realm in professional boxing, your strength trainer is your doser, homie. So all you got to do is just say when. So it's not so much it's the discipline. It's the discipline of telling yourself, well, fuck, I'm in amazing condition right now. I get it. You go against higher level opponents and you need that edge. But at the same time, I think the biggest edge is your mind. And a lot of fighters, they tend to lose that. Like GSP said back in the day, if these guys think that I'm on steroids, then that's good. He's like, because not only does it put fear into their mind because of how good I am, but at the same time, they only think that they can win when they're on steroids. And you're not confident in yourself. So GSP fucking, I said GSP, right? I said Triple G.
You were about to say Triple G, but you did say
GSP. I
GSP.
was about to. I'm out here, man. LA got the top shelf. That sticky buns, I'm still on it.
Sticky buns? I love that shit, dude.
Yeah. Shout out to the cookies fam.
Shit's bomb, bro.
Shout out to anyway, fucking yeah, man. GSP really called it. So it'll be interesting to see Dillashaw come back from something like that. I know his fan base is still big, and I know that he's still looked at as a force in that division, but there's a lot of factors into that, man. Might not see the same. When you're on the radar and you're a juicer, when you're on the radar, it becomes stressful to fight.
Yeah, it's true.
It becomes stressful to fight, I promise you. That's from my best, analysis. Not from experience of dosing, but like I've seen guys dose. It happens all the time. MMA, I mean, dude, MMA, first off, is such a brutal sport. It should, in my opinion, it should be fucking legal in MMA. It should be. It should be legal. Just juice them up. Fuck, like as long as it's the human body, man, and I think the human mind is stronger. If no fighter, no matter on how much fucking steroids he's on, can fucking handle a man who's the smarter, more confident fighter. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I know what you mean. That's true. The juice isn't going to help your fucking mind.
No. It's not so much that, but it's the fact that when you got a strong mind and you don't need that shit, you believe in your game even better.
Right.
And that's what fighting is. Fighting is believing
you have
in
to believe in
yourself.
Yeah, you have to. Otherwise, you're going to lose every single fucking time.
Training and all that is bullshit when you're in the ring, when you're in the octagon. Because all that training and all that critiquing and all that technical work and all that repetition goes out the door. That game plan goes out the door. And as soon as you're in that combat, it's what you can do without thinking. And it's what you can do when there is a lot of thought, when you're under the pressure of getting attacked, of getting pressed, of all of it, getting tagged, getting in exchanges. So it's one of those things, man, where fighters need to realize, don't strengthen the body so much with artificial fucking enhancers. Strengthen your mind with anything you can possibly get your hands on. Better food, better fucking care of yourself. Fuck, man. Smoke that fucking good shit. That helps too.
Do it.
Post-training, go read a fucking book right after that. You feel me though?
My last thing on that, dude, like, if you feel like you need roids before a fucking fight, you already lost that shit.
You already lost. And then you can be on a win streak because you're bulldozing guys. Vitor Belfort, for example, TRT Belfort, you know? But at the end of the day, the TRT Belfort was the bulldozer.
He was.
The
pre-USADA days, man, everybody was juiced. At the beginning of UFC, everybody was juiced.
Juice.
No doubt.
Juice. More juice than you fucking find on Beverly fucking Boulevard out here in LA, bro. More juiceries. Fuck. These guys are juiced the fuck up still, but it's a more low-key situation.
Yeah.
Low-key situation, bro.
They know when to get on enough. They can cycle that shit out.
You get on that shit as soon as you get on the UFC.
Fuck
yeah,
no doubt.
You want to look the same aesthetically, so there ain't no red flags. Hey, wait, 2 fights in the UFC, and you looking like Rocky when he was in Rocky 2, all the way to Rocky 3, after 2 fights in the UFC? Wait a fucking minute.
That's a little too noticeable.
Wait a second. Yeah, it is. It fucking is. It's fun to watch, though. Yeah. Like I said, get them all on fucking roids, dude. Fuck it.
Could you imagine Sugar Sean O'Malley on roids?
Bro, he looked like a fucking anime character.
He would look like a fucking
He looked like an anime character off of Afro Samurai, bro. If you haven't watched Afro Samurai, you'll know what I mean. But like he'll look like a fucking that's a classic. Fucking Samuel L. Jackson, man, he's the voice for the character, so you can only imagine how entertaining that is.
Oh shit, yeah.
You feel me?
For sure.
Yeah, man, fucking it should be fun. I'm stoked. Yeah, I'll be honest. First time I'm actually stoked about a UFC event.
Yeah, dude, I'm stoked for tomorrow too.
I'm fucking stoked, man. You got fucking Perry fucking with his antics and his style, and you got the Diamond coming back. I'm fucking ready. Can you see me?
Honestly, I don't know what it's gonna be. I don't know if Poirier is gonna be better. Perry gonna be better. I don't know if it's better than Nate.
Hold on, I think the connection's kind of fuzzy.
Is it?
Yeah, give me.
All right. Is that better?
Yeah, it's a little better. It was kind of spotty for a moment.
For sure. Who you got for fight of the night, bro?
Man, I would say Perry, but I don't know his opponent that well because Perry's he's always fight night candidate in his bouts, man. But sorry, fight of the night candidate. But I'd have to say fucking Poirier. Because there's a lot of hype. There's a lot of hype behind Hooker. There's a lot of hype behind Hooker and what he can do, and the type of action he presses and how he finishes fights. Not to mention the fact that he's a big guy. So that's going to be if we see the Diamond come do his thing that night, tomorrow night, that's going to be fight of the night, guaranteed.
I agree.
Guaranteed.
No fucking doubt.
Yep. I wish I could fucking give a play-by-play, in my opinion, like you did for a few UFC bouts back in the day. But I'm just ready to see some good stand-up action with these two.
I got Poirier by decision. I think
Your
it'll go
boy,
all 5 rounds. I don't
you
think he's
think
going
it's
to get knocked out.
you think it's gonna be a grind?
It'll be a grind. It'll be bloody war, bro. It's going to be a bloody fucking war.
A five rounder, man. That's especially with a couple of fucking couple of lightweights, man. That's gonna be a fucking could be a bloody one. It can be. History has told us that weight class has always been a bloody one.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
It should be a fucking interesting one, bro. But
yeah.
shit, you got anything else you want to fucking roll out there, bro?
No, man, I'm just ready to watch the fight. Fucking, I feel good, man. Positive vibes out here in fucking LA, man. I'll fucking I'll post up some. We'll post up some clips on Taylor the Tape IG, and we'll post up some videos, training videos on YouTube after all of our podcasts. So we're gonna put more variety. I'm gonna put more training clips, and then yeah, we'll go from there. Oh, and one more thing, I might have a couple of guests this following weekend.
Sick.
When we go on, we might do a post fight thing. So if you guys are tuning in to do that, if you guys watch the YouTube, be sure to fucking catch us live or catch us on YouTube again for our next one, and we might have a couple of guests on. So yeah, that's all.
Cool, bro. Sounds good to me.
Yes,
All right,
sir.
everybody. That's the tail of the tape on Poirier versus Hooker.
Okay.
We're out.
Talk to you
Peace.
later. Peace.
Later, bro.